Hey there, Steve here from SingleDadFitDad.com. I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Today I'm going to talk about something that's really popular right now, and that's dieting. Obviously, we're going into the new year here in a couple days, and a hot topic is all the latest diets, the workouts. Everybody wants to get into shape for the new year. And while that's all fine and good, what happens is a lot of people get trapped in going on a diet. And first off, a diet implies that it's a temporary solution. So you and me both, right? We don't want to lose weight temporarily. We don't want to be in shape temporarily. We want permanent results, right? So a diet in itself is a temporary fix, okay? So let's first understand that. And what I want you to really understand first and foremost is that most diets, including some of the really popular ones, successful ones, it doesn't matter, are based on a low-calorie premise. The reason being is it works. It works in the short term. Okay, so for somebody like myself, I'm about 180 pounds, about 6 feet. I need over 2,000 calories a day, or somewhere in that neighborhood, to lose weight. Okay, because I'm pretty active. But if I were to go on a popular diet that cut out carbs, for example, let's call it the Atkins. If I strip away all my carbs, it's going to be very difficult for me to eat 2,000 calories. So in essence, my diet becomes a 1,300 calorie or 1,400 calorie diet. So when I take out 600, 700 calories out of my daily intake each day, yes, I'm going to lose weight. But where does that come from? That's the key, right? We've talked about this in other videos. It comes from water, it comes from some fat, and some muscle. Okay? So when we want results, we want to lose permanently. Okay, and the way to do that is not by stripping out the water out of your body or stripping away your much needed muscle tissue. No, it's focusing yourself on losing fat. Okay, so let's forget about the term diet. Look at any book, and I'd ask you to do some research before going on any diet and kind of get an idea for are they taking away whole macronutrients? Are they taking away carbs? Are they taking away most fats? Are they limiting protein? So look at those things, and then you can kind of get a gauge for calorie-wise how that's going to affect you. Okay, so low-calorie diets do work for weight loss. They work temporarily only, but that's not what we want. So let's be really mindful of that. Okay, and so when I talk about number 2 here, the starvation response, what that is when we're eating a low amount of calories consistently, i.e. most diets, right? They're going to strip away something. So we go from X calories to Y calories, and what happens is our body starts to wonder, am I starving? And how do I protect myself from starving to death? Because the body doesn't know the difference between a diet that you just bought at the bookstore or you're starving. It just doesn't know the difference. So what it's going to do is basically conserve all of its energy. It's going to shut down to try to hold on to everything possible. And so what that is really shutting down or really slowing down your metabolism. And obviously with any goal, whether you're trying to add lean muscle tissue to bulk up, you want to get really fit, you want to slim down, lose weight, whatever, we want a high metabolism. So that's the worst thing we can do, is send our bodies into starvation mode and basically slows everything down. So we want to be very careful of that. And it's very hard to tell. You're not going to wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm in starvation mode. No. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a really difficult time at some point losing any weight because all the processes in your body have shut down. Okay? Like I said, really important, keep that metabolism up as high as we can. That's kind of our goal, and that's the more muscle tissue we have, the higher our metabolism will be. Okay, this leads right into rebound weight, and I want to talk about that. Is we go on a low-calorie diet, okay, like most people do, especially now. Strip out, let's call it 20 pounds. We're going to lose 20 pounds, right? We're feeling great. We're going from 220 pounds to 200 pounds. We're feeling great, and then we realize, oh shit, I can't eat 1,200 calories the rest of my life, so I'm going to start eating normal foods again. And what happens when you do that? Right, you start putting weight back on. Okay, and where is that weight coming from? Well, unless you're training very hard, strength training, progressive strength training, doing the right things, eating enough protein, that weight is going to come back in the form of probably some muscle, but probably more fat. Okay, so maybe you started at 220 pounds at, let's call it 25% body fat. You dropped off that 20 pounds. Now you put it back on over the course of the next 3 months when you start eating normal foods again, and now your body fat is at 29% or 28%. Okay, so now your metabolism is slower, you're the same weight, and you have less muscle. Exactly what we don't want to have happen. Okay, do this 10 times, and I've seen people do it many times. It's called a yo-yo diet, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. So maybe they started 10 years ago at 30% body fat, and after 10 different diets that they've lost weight, gained it, lost, gained, now they're at 38%. And now they're going to have a really hard time losing weight permanently. So that's exactly what we want to avoid. Okay? Energy goes down. So when we go into low-calorie diets, right, we're going to obviously start losing energy. We don't have enough nutrients to sustain the energy that we need. So our energy starts to come down, especially if we've removed certain things. If you take carbs out of your diet, what do you think is going to happen to your energy? Especially in the short term, right? If you take away all the processed shit that we eat every day, the caffeines and all that garbage, what's going to happen? One, you're going to get a massive headache because all the chemicals in our body are being detoxed, right? We're going to feel like shit for a while, which is okay. We have to go through that sometimes. But ultimately, we're going to start losing energy. We're just not going to have enough calories to fuel ourselves, especially if we're training hard. And we should be, right? We should be exercising hard. Okay, it's all about the intensity here when we train. Okay, how are we going to be able to exercise and exercise well if we're on a really low calorie diet and we have no energy? Okay, it's going to be a struggle. And I know because I've done it. I've experimented with a lot of different types of diets and eating programs, and it's very difficult to get motivated and have a good workout when your energy is down. It's obvious, but something to be mindful of. Okay, obviously your cravings will go up as well. So we're removing certain food groups, or we're taking out sugars. We're having low calories. We're going to be chomping at the bit to eat some crappy food. Okay, it's going to be very, very difficult to stay on a low calorie diet for more than a short period of time. Okay, which a lot of these diets may call for longer periods. Let's stay, Weight Watchers or whatever it is that's going to end up being a low calorie diet. Let's call it a 3-month program. How long is it going to be before you have to have some of your favorite foods? You have to go and stop for ice cream. It's extremely difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, so certainly a lot of people do it, but it's extremely difficult to avoid those cravings, and cravings lead to obviously binge eating and eating late at night, and then before you know it, you're back eating like shit and the whole thing is blown. Okay, so it just doesn't work. Leading to, as I alluded to before, getting fatter, right? We do the yo-yo diets. So we start off with 200, we lose a bunch of weight, we gain it back when we introduce normal calorie ranges, and now we're fatter. We have more body fat than we had when we started. Our metabolism is down, and it's that much harder for us to lose weight. Okay, and we do not want to do that. Okay, no dieting. So here's the plan. No diets. I want you to just eat good foods. Don't be an idiot. Eat good foods. You all know what that is. This isn't rocket science, okay? Most of us, our days are filled with eating fast food and sodas and coffee and all kinds of bullshit. And coffee is okay as long as we don't dump a bunch of crap into it. But it's not that difficult to make a decision to say, I'm not going to eat that Big Mac, and instead I'm going to spend 15 minutes and cook something. Is it fun? No. It actually is not fun at all. And I can tell you from experience that I've spent many, many hours cooking, preparing, getting ready, cooking in bulk. It's not the most exciting thing, but it beats the alternative of eating whatever you want, whenever you want, and feeling and looking like shit. It really does. So what you're going to do right now is throw away the diet book, put it away. I don't care what you do with it. Get rid of it. And instead, clean up your eating. That's where I want you to start. Just clean up your eating. Okay? Drink a ton of water. Okay? Just get rid of all the stuff that you know is bad for you, all the processed crap, the breads and the pastas, the stuff that is not beneficial to you at all. And just focus on fruits and vegetables, lean meats, and good healthy fats and nuts, oils, stuff like that. So that's where we're going to leave it. And if you have any questions, I know this is a really broad topic, so if you have any questions, please just reach out to me. It's Steve@singledadfitdad.com, and I do really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.